Alright, welcome back everybody to Kingdom Come Deliverance, part 7 of my playthrough. I really need to nail down the intro for this one, or with every one of them actually. Because if there's one thing I like about YouTubers is they have gotten very good at being consistent as far as their intros and shit. So, I need to get that figured out. Anyway, we are picking up. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of moving some of my charger wires because my headphones were dying and I forgot to charge them overnight. Anyway, we're picking up in Rate because we've got a bunch of stuff that we need to sell, and we also have a bunch of stuff that we need to repair. So that we can actually be, so we can make more money, and then it'll be easier for us to get on with the next set of quests and shit. So, trying to make sure I have everything in my inventory that I need to sell. And then we're gonna repair whatever that needs to be repaired. The human stuff can go to the horse for now. The reason why I'm keeping all of that is because eventually there will be a quest where we need to well, not need to. Well, actually, there's two quests where we need to dress up as humans. So it's better to have all this figured out now, compared to trying to do that later. Oh, looks like the merchants are still asleep, so we're gonna wait for another hour and see if that will be enough for them to wake up. I'm not sure I remember what time the merchants actually open shop, so this will be fun. Anyway, while we're waiting, I don't know why loading is taking forever. In the last episode, we helped figure out the case of Neuhoff, where a whole bunch of people and horses got killed for no reason, as far as we can tell. So, we're on the trail of whoever it was that did all that. Come on. I hope this isn't an infinite loading loop. Guess we'll give it a sec. There we go. Nope. Oh, god damn it. So we waited all that time and the store is still closed. Okay, that one's a lot better. Still closed though. Let's see. This should definitely be open by now. Although now we're hit with another loading screen. So I'm probably going to cut all this out. Okay, that loading screen was very annoying. For some reason it just kind of gets stuck into like loading this next section. I don't even know why. So I'm gonna cut some of, well, a bunch of that out. Oh no! Well, this one shouldn't be as long because all we really did was wash our face. It's not like we're jumping forward in time. Not that I'm aware of anyway. There we go. Okay. Where are you going now? I need your services, sir.
God be with you.
Okay. At least he's still gonna do shit, even though he's trying to walk away from us. What a fucking dick. Okay, so all of that is cheap to repair, thankfully. Let's see. 4711. That's actually much better. Charisma is a lot less, though. We're kind of needing that more than just the incremental 1 pointer. And then this will have to repair. I don't know why, but this one makes 6 noise, this one makes 0. So we're gonna repair that one and then go with that. Light padded armor, black and white hood. You know what, we're gonna repair it because it's cheap anyway. And this one, decorated charisma 9. Charisma 9. Noise 44. This one's less conspicuous, the Scouts one. Although I like the red. It's cheap to repair. We'll do it.
Stop. Have a word about the price.
Stop walking away, goddammit.
Oh.
We'll pay him one tiny extra gold.
Well now,
And actually, I'm just trying to check prices and stuff, because some of this stuff I actually do want for later on. Like this one is really good for charisma and all that stuff, but we're not quite there yet as far as money. If it it doesn't take that long to get there, thankfully. But I don't want to spend all of my newbie money on all that stuff when I can save it up for a good horse. Let's see. We're gonna sell some of our stuff because he actually has a decent amount of money. Is that what we have on right now? 1 for... where's one? Alright, we're gonna sell this. Shirt, I'm not sure yet. We're gonna sell those. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. The armor we're gonna need. We repaired the one we want. Okay. The red scarf I really need to put on the horse, because then we definitely don't need that. So, skull cap. Okay. I like that. Cool. Alright, we're gonna haggle.
Can we do something? Sure, why not? Here. Well now, thank you very...
So, I keep haggling and giving him a little bit more, because to me that's good investment, actually. As opposed to trying to sell everything at the highest possible price. Charisma 4. Okay. I like the look of it, but it actually doesn't do a whole lot for us. Especially compared to this, because the charisma is a lot higher. But, yeah. What are you gonna do? Let's see. What else did we want to put on? It's not really a whole lot of armor, but, you know, can't complain until we actually get to the point where we get better shit. I'm gonna just go ahead and sell that black and white thingy. The ring we're gonna keep for now. Scarf. There. Now, let's sell the weapons. Okay, so 1.7 thousand groschen, which is not bad at all. And I'm actually going to check to see if this guy has any such good swords. 43, 2. The Burger Sword's actually a good weapon. It looks like durability 55. Yeah, it is in every way better than the sword that we had. So I'm gonna sell that for now and hopefully be able to pick up a better sword. Although blocking enemies' blows will dull the blade. Yeah, that makes sense. Because yeah, I do want a longsword because I've already committed to the longsword for now. That one's expensive. 45, 75, 3. 49, 2. Ooh. So that versus the merchant one. The assassin one's a lot cheaper, so I might actually get that for now. Although, wait, can we? Okay, minimum strength 2. So we'll get that. We'll sell our burger sword. Get a nice little discount. We're actually gonna overpay. Because what I'm doing here is for now, I am gonna overpay.
There you are.
My word.
And receive a little less so that reputation's gained. And then we make it up later on when we actually want the expensive stuff. And it'll be better for us. I like this one for the slash damage because we like to use slash. Although I actually really prefer to use stabs, but that's neither here nor there. And then as far as a bow, unfortunately, hold on, 10, 6, Hans, Capon, minimum agility 5. Okay, so need to level up agility. I think we've already repaired everything. What I want to do now is I want to fast travel back to Neuhof so we can begin our journey north to Uschitz. That sounds like a good plan. So Uschitz is that next bit where we try to find one of the guys that Ginger recognized in the raid. The guy with the limp. And it is actually also where we got a quest to learn how to read, which is very important because right now we're relying on saving by beds and by autosaves, which now that we're actually getting to do stuff isn't as bad. But I don't want to have to be completely reliant on that. So, you know, one of the major complaints about this game was the save system and how you have to use an item to do it, which, you know, it really isn't that big of a deal. People are just being butthurt. And it's really not that bad unless you're just garbage at the game. So, I am gonna learn how to make my own savior snaps. Hirschman 63. I wouldn't recommend this in real life, but, you know, there's food here, we're gonna eat it, and then we're gonna keep going. Ooh. Is there stuff here to take? There's a save point, but I'm not super concerned about that for now. Actually, did we sell the axe that we had? Yeah, we did. Alright, cool. And then, just to be sure, gonna get the hunting bow. We're gonna equip that.
Yeah.
And hopefully increase agility here soon, although I might need to buy a shitty bow. At least until we get that figured out. I guess I lost the road. I should have gone that way. I love the map in this game though. It definitely adds so much to the atmosphere of it. Hopefully don't run into any trees, or, you know, low branches, and get knocked the fuck out. Because that has already happened. Really is a pretty game though. Starting to thin out. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick sip of my drink. Okay, so it looks like we keep going that direction, almost following the river there.
Yeah.
We'll have that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Better than that. Oh, I know where we are. It's one of the charcoal burner camps. So there should be a road.
Yeah.
Somewhere here. That's gonna form. We're essentially just gonna follow this. There we go. Gonna follow this over until we get to the road where it's gonna curve over to Fusions. There's our Actually, I'm trying to remember if I sold the bow that I used during the hunting. Yeah, I did. Damn it. I was hoping I didn't, but I didn't think I was that under-leveled. So, yeah, probably will have to buy another bow, because I think if I stick to just sword fighting, it might take a while till I level up agility. So what I might do is I might buy a bow and then go hunting and see if that'll do me any good.
Yeah.
Just a random farm over there. Lots of little ponds. You discovered interesting site.
Yeah.
Now, the only interesting thing about that really is, you know, if you try not to use a map, or at least, you know, yeah, if you try not to use a map, you're gonna have to figure out these markers for yourself. And like these little interesting sites and markers and like little cairns or, you know, wayposts, they're helpful in that, you know, you can kind of use landmarks to figure out where you are. Okay, there's something going on there. Figure out what's going on. Actually, before we get into the story stuff, I really want to make sure our character can actually read first, because I feel like that's a, you know, little goal that's going to help us more than hinder us. Follow following this blue marker. It's a trader. Blue marker, blue marker. That's a quill and 3 ink pots. So apparently not only can my character not read, he also cannot count.
God be with you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name.
We'll go ahead and ask him anyway.
Must be that farmhand Lubosh. I don't know what the hell you'd want him for, and I don't much care. He's got a cottage on the edge of the village near the stream.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
50 groschen. Yep, we can definitely afford that.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart. Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on.
It's like, here's a reading montage.
Let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through.
Is it this book? Okay, sit. It's like, it's funny because you have some games or movies that do a training montage where people learn how to fight and stuff. And this one, we're having a montage and learning how to read. Oh, that's funny because, like, I like the way this game handles it. Like, look at this. It's like you can kind of read it, but it's almost like you're, what's the term? Is it dyslexic? Because then it's like some of the letters are, you know, in different orders, but you can kind of still figure it out if you think about it. Alright. I've already done that one quite a bit, and it's actually not that hard to remember. So, let's see. Let's talk to him about what we read.
I've read the book.
The page, really.
So tell me, what have you learned?
Yeah, we're gonna be very smart and figure out the allegory behind everything.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent! You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable. And the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Oh, shit. This one I'm not as confident in. Alright, sit. know what? We're gonna wing it. Just gonna wing it. I don't even remember. I don't even know. If we fail, we fail.
I read the page.
So tell me, Disjupule, what's written there?
So here's kind of what I figured about it. You kind of you have to pick the one that doesn't have any English in it, because it's supposed to be Latin. So none part drop it, and a liquor party profit definitely don't work. So yeah, this is our only choice really. So thanks for that, game.
Nullus est liber tam malus. Ut non lique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Yeah. Now we know how to read. If only it was like that when we were kids. Ding! When reading, you'll get tired and hungry twice as slowly as normal. Yes. So that actually works out, because then reading will actually will actually increase our our skill, like some of our skills and stuff. Nice, we can just take books. You don't even care, we paid our tuition. Is there any other books we can take? Okay. Books aren't super heavy, thankfully. So now, we need to figure out... Course. Pebbles? There we go. Need to figure out where I can get a bow. Okay, yep, there's a general restrainer right here. I don't remember if Ujits is one of those towns that have a blacksmith. I'm pretty sure it does not. But hopefully the trader will have something for us.
Good health to you.
Whoa, that lady's booking it. What the fuck is going on? Damn it. No bow. This is buy, right? Okay. Lady? You alright? You were just running there. Can you sell me a bow?
God be with you.
You know, I'm gonna run and hopefully get our agility up. Run and jump. Run and jump. Now we can go to the marker and do the mission. You're probably like, what the fuck is this guard doing? I'm just running around jumping. Like he must have been touched in the head.
Good afternoon.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
There is one. A crooked bastard who is too. I hope you're here to take him away. He lives in a cottage at the end of the village by the road to Ratai. Good luck then.
That's about the same amount of information we got, but I figured why not. Sorry, dog kind of distracted me. Oh, that's blood. It's gotta be blood.
Move along. There's nothing to see here. That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
Fair enough.
By the keys of St. Peter. This is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Ooh, that's a lot of blood. Oh. God damn.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Was the subtitles vastly different to the text? I mean, to what he actually said? I don't even know.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Okay. Time to look around. Or...
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
he was probably dead.
Another thing about Luke.
Okay, making sure it's like... Well, he was probably already dead when they gutted him. Kind of used him as an example, you know? Okay. Let's talk to the villages.
Good health to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
Henry's gone up in the world if he's like investigating murders.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I haven't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Someone's got to know something, right? Alright. Who looks shifty? Is it you? Oh, he actually has a name.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know anything about it, but ask all you want.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That man Lubosh who was murdered.
We're gonna skip some of this because otherwise we're gonna keep hearing the same shit.
He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed any...
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
So that's a lead.
Good luck to you.
Let's check the house though. Jesus. Yeah, y'all don't need to see all this.
What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream.
If he was lucky.
Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
True. Not back then, for sure. We're investigating. We're investigating the contents of this chest. He was a bit of a villain, this Lubosh. So I don't really quite care. It would be good to actually not have too many stolen things on my person. Especially when it's not worth it, like that, you know, one bandage. Or a couple of foodstuffs. I was gonna say, it's like, what's my food? Because I don't really want to eat dead guy food. Charisma 7. Are we dirty? Bread's already gone bad, so we're gonna drop that. Oh, hey, we can sell that. I forgot that we got that from that one dude. We're just throwing food out in the road. Alright, let's go talk to this priest, shall we?
Yeah! Yeah!
Wish they had a blacksmith or something. You discovered church. Okay. A priest that fights or knows how to fight.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhoff was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Well, that's inconvenient, unfortunately.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
Speech +3. That's gonna be our best bet, I think.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhoff raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Farewell.
Alright, so in the evening, what time is it? Okay, we're almost there. So I guess he's gonna keep training. So I have two options. Either I can wait in the tavern, or I can try to kind of explore the area around here a little bit. That sounds decent, but I'm not really sure I'm super crazy about that either. I don't think there's really a whole lot to explore here. Let me make sure I get this marker, and then I guess we'll go from there. So that's just the grocery. Yeah, so they definitely don't have a blacksmith, at least not in town. I'm pretty sure that's not it. That's kind of cool. I guess it's still a work in progress. That, or really that's just how the building's gonna be.
My respects to you.
Have you got a bed for the night?
All right. For how long?
How about if I pay you for several nights?
No problem, but you pay in advance.
200.
That's too much.
Suit yourself.
So that's actually a way for us to that's a way for us to get like permanent lodging somewhere. Well, we're gonna play dice and kill time that way, and maybe make some money. Yeah, well, we'll wager 50. Wonder how much money this dude has.
I can't wait to see how you throw.
When I was fully actively playing this game, I was actually fairly decent at this.
I whipped this just a while ago. Bloody hogs.
Ooh, nice. We're gonna play it safe. There's no reason to go crazy unless this guy just like goes off. Oh shit. I think he's going off. If he goes bust at some point, I am just gonna celebrate. Roll some more.
That's all.
Okay. He's playing it safe too. Ooh. Another 3 ones. Very nice. We'll score and pass. We'll try not to be too greedy. We've already got a decent lead on him. So unless he just like goes off again,
We'll see.
it's gonna be a little spicy. Oh, come on.
This'll be the one.
This fucking guy.
That's it.
Go bust, go bust.
Your turn.
Yeah, this fucking guy.
Ah, come on. It's time I had a throw.
No, we're gonna risk it for the biscuit.
If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going's good.
Damn it.
It's no big deal. He didn't have much anyway.
I want to lose 50 bucks. It's just annoying because he went like fall off twice.
That's it.
Hope he goes bust, 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 bust. Oh, that's even worse.
Now you.
That is the opposite of what I wanted him to do. How much is all this gonna be? 700. Gonna have to bet on hopefully getting a better hand.
If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going's good. It's no big deal. He didn't have much anyway.
Gambling sucks. Don't do it.
Finished.
Oh, come the fuck on, guy. Oh, ends up winning.
Sacra! I can't believe it.
Yeah, yeah, dude. We got him. It's like on that last one. It's like I thought it was really going bad, but yeah, we got him. All right, let's get some food. Do you have food, Mr. Innkeeper? Oh, we overate. Fuck. All right. We'll wait for our priest friend and then go from there. Ah, there he is.
Ale, here.
Certainly. I'll fetch it right away.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything,
Here, enjoy.
but maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
You know what? It's a priest. We'll talk to him. Why not? We probably need some spiritual counseling right about now.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. He just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of a church in Rovno. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
I'll fetch it right away.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I don't want to antagonize him just in case I can change his mind later on.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church, the lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated.
All of the best.
Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hughes character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
He loves his drink.
That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
I like a beer.
Alright.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough.
Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
Getting drunk.
We have a drink, of course.
That sounds like a good plan.
Why not?
You wouldn't let me down.
You've reached a new level in drinking, that's funny.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panuje sej smutek, do dnie i rano utek, niech już małżeński majstrat, do wczorajszego staje brak. Už sej moji svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě jich učit, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požerem si huby jako poslední den. Budeme se bavit a do rána slávit a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu soudnej den, tak nalej mi hned, ať točí se svět.
Enough of this! Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh boy.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Oh shit.
You want
Ray.
to fight? Come and get it.
Oh shit. What the fuck?
Come here.
Get your finish down.
Oh no, we're still a glutton. Fuck it.
Dobredella.
Oh shit. Well, we won that, I think.
Said and done.
I'd love to. And Henry too, I'm sure. Right.
Yale House Maid.
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind?
What will people say?
Say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dear.
The ringing.
Don't hurt yourself. Here we are. Look
At
at
least
this.
the ringing stopped. But I think it's about to start again.
We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Oh boy.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here.
It's morning. Oh snap.
Is mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Well, I guess eventually I would have needed to learn how to blur stuff out in my videos. We're still spinning around. Let's go back to town, Father.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
They're all still a little drunk. Or a lot drunk.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something.
Oh boy.
What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look, from what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Well, definitely gonna need to do it now.
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Well, all right. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Okay. Right. Let's put our stuff on. So we're gonna need all the charisma and speech we can get. I guess we can only do one. Is there anything for me to...
What's the matter with you?
Hold on, need to wash up real quick.
Hold up. No time to waste.
Whatever, dude. This is all your fault. What's my debuff? Drunkenness. And I don't think I have anything to cure myself. Dispel hangover effects. We can try it. Nope, still there. Fuck. Just wasted that. Good thing we got 5 of them. It's a funny debuff to have. Reputation lost. We haven't even done anything yet. Well, I guess we've been doing stuff all night. Is the problem.
I thought he'd never show up. The swill dog.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Oh boy. Okay, so our nobility thingy is our best asset right now, so we'll just go with that.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
Creation has given to every man the power by which he might rule the whole world. But that power does not give him the right to rule. That right belongs to God alone.
Okay, nobody likes that one. Let's do modestly.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. And when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He, whose companions were poor travellers, simple folk, prostitutes and troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
No, brothers and sisters. Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things, and it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
Go, Henry! We'll be modest.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Okay.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
All I heard in Prague. Amen.
Amen, Henry.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that was.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So's gluttony. And fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you?
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubosh kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest.
Apparently.
And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Well, that worked out well enough, I guess. Alright, well, that being said, I am gonna go have lunch, because I am starving. And Uber Eats just delivered my food. So, I'd say that was a fairly, successful, mission so far. So now we're going to be looking for a guy named Riki from Ledechko, but I'm gonna cut it here and go eat. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will catch y'all in the next one.